It's been a tense few weeks and the winemakers have held off the picking until the grapes are super ripe.
Red wine seems to me more hands-on, it's a more earthy process, if you like, because you do need to keep the skins in with the juice for the whole period of the fermentation, because it's the skins that give the wine the colour.
In Bordeaux, flying winemaker John Adams has a big day ahead. He's taking a group of Laithwaite staff on a cellar tour. To keep his strength up, the Aussie needs a little petit déjeuner.
Est-ce que je peux avoir deux pains au chocolat? Ça c'est chercher un pain? Oui, voilà. Et ça? Today we're off to Carves and Radagon, which is a large co-op in the region, and we'll be showing the staff how a cellar works and give them a taste of some of the wines we'll be making there.
3 times a year, Tony Laithwaite takes a group of staff to France to learn more about winemaking and meet the winemakers. Forklift truck drivers, wine advisors, cleaners, even the accountants all get to go.
This is Carves and Radagon, which is a cooperative carve. A carve means a winery. Around about 2,500 tonnes to 3,000 tonnes gets processed here every vintage. Easy way to think of that is 1 kilo of grapes makes a bottle of wine. And if we can find some glasses, we'll give you a taste of wines that are in the process of being made. I'm passionate about what I do, so communicating it to other people is it's interesting, it's fun, the people side is great. I love the people side of the industry. I'm sure they go away with all sorts of different impressions. Plenty of colour, it's got lots of flavour. I think this year potentially is going to be one of the best Bordeaux years in the top 10 in the last century this year.
Really sort of rich Ribena, but it's really nice. It's nice, isn't it? Why don't we sell it like this?
Laithwaites really treat their staff very well, and the aim of the object is to give their staff a feel for what's happening, for the wines. It's promotion for the company, it's good public relations with their staff, my involvement's in the making, and it's interesting to meet the guys who will be selling it and who will be looking after the customers that drink it.
It's just nice to see what it's like when everything's been sort of clean and tidy as you live in pictures. To see when there's a bit of grapes on the floor, there's a bit of juice around. It's fantastic. It really does teach you an awful lot what winemaking's about.
And Tony always joins his staff to learn more from the most creative and fascinating wine people.
It works. They go back full of enthusiasm and start chattering away immediately to the customers on the phone about what they've seen. And, oh, you must try this wine, it's wonderful. Monsieur so-and-so who makes it, he's really nice, and so on and so forth. It's wonderful. It's quite simple, but it was wonderful.
It's raining in the Bordeaux region, but fortunately for Aussie winemaker John Adams, all the grapes are in. The rest of the work now needs to happen in the cellar.
Today we're doing a découvage, which means we're taking the skins that have been in the ferment in the tank, we're taking that out, and it's going into a press, which is over on the other side of the co-op. The wine has already been drained off. We call it free run, the French call it égouttage, and that's the bulk of our wine. The bit that comes out at the end is much coarser, much more tannic, and we may or may not use it, but we have the option.
These tanks contain the unfinished wine for what will be the Laithwaite Merlot.
So what happens is, at the moment you can see this, like this elephant trunk that's going down into the top of the tank, is blowing air into the tank to get rid of the carbon dioxide that's in there, which comes from the ferment. It also helps blow some of the alcohol out of the tank as well. The guys will then get down inside the tank. There's a little conveyor belt that comes out through the door. From inside the tank, the guys shovel the skins onto this conveyor belt that pulls the skins out. It drops through this white plastic tube down into a pump underneath. It then gets pumped through stainless steel tube up into the press. Really very simple operation. It's been happening in France for years and years and years and years. It's a very, very labour-intensive way of doing it, but that's the way they do it here. And with these concrete tanks, there's not many other ways you can do it anyway. It's hard work. You'll see the guys are working hard. These tanks hold around 20 tonnes of fruit. That's not 20 tonnes of skins, of course, but we drain off probably 50% of that as juice, and the rest gets shoveled out through that door.
Jean-Marc and Christelle are the jury, alongside Anne Linda from HQ in the UK.
We're testing the end of the vintage. This is where we decide a bit, or where the best idea of how the vintage is going to be, how the wine are going to look like. And there is a kind of first big presentation to the buyer, to our manager.
Next, it's Aussie winemaker John Adams. John's been working in the luscious landscape of Bordeaux, and in possibly one of the best vintages Bordeaux has seen for almost a century. Good news for the Laithwaite Sauvignon Blanc.
Totally different style. Sauvignon Blanc again. Jean-Marc gives us a pretty good brief on the style of wines that he wants. So our job is to come up with the goods, if you like.
I like the palate on that, you see. Very grassy, very peasy.
It's always subject to year, it's always subject to fruit. Couldn't have got a better year than this year, so it was a breeze. If we didn't make good wine this year, we shouldn't be winemakers.
Great, John.
It's time for a night off.
I'm cooking meat for the guys. They've been working for me for hours, I'm working for them for one night. It's a good deal. They're all good characters. They're slightly mad. I love looking after them because if you look after them and they're happy, they will make happy wine. And happy wine tastes much better.
And that's it for another harvest.